Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a really good weekend so far. I am really happy, super stoked to be going through this information. Today we're going to look at part number 2 of our booster pack data. We went over part number 1 on Thursday, where we went over and analyzed XY era booster packs, kind of looking at the market, seeing what was going up and down, and really kind of making a bit of a joke about where the market is crashing and Pokemon is doing so bad. Yet we continue to look at modern data, which is showing us the complete opposite. We're looking at a lot of things kind of trending in that upward trajectory. So really excited to get into this. I did make a mistake in the last video where I went over Shining Legends. So we're not going to cover Shining Legends in this video because I covered that during XY. I also didn't go over Double Crisis at all, which is technically a specialty set that came out at the beginning of XY, right before the original XY base came out. I think it was it before XY base or Sun and Moon base? Regardless, we didn't go over Dark Crisis at all. I didn't put the data for that. But booster packs for Dark Crisis are super expensive. They're like $85 a piece, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because there's nothing in that set that's selling for astronomical values. It feels a lot like Evolutions in that regard, which we'll get into during this video, where I think the best card in the set, the most expensive card in the set, is like $30, $35, the Groudon, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Really kind of shows the value of sealed items and what a lot of people like to do in the market now, where they collect sealed items, sealed booster packs, sealed booster boxes, things like that. So we're going to jump into the data. Before we do, I do want to remind everybody we have our new contest, new giveaway going on for Evolving Skies. I'm really excited about this. We're giving away a booster box of Evolving Skies every single week until a reprint comes. This is the Danny Phantump reprint, and if you're interested in joining that, all you have to do is go back to the video that was posted on Friday, leave a like, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and you are entered every Friday. We're going to start a new giveaway. We're going to announce the winner this upcoming Friday, and then the giveaway starts over. We're going to keep giving away a booster box until a reprint comes, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see if something happens. If it doesn't, we're capping it at the end of 22. We only have so many booster boxes that we're going to be able to give away, but we're going to jump right into the data here. We're going to start with Sun and Moon base. Then I've got some of the specialty sets at the bottom, so we're going to go over Dragon Majesty. We're going to go over Hidden Fates, but we're going to start with Sun and Moon base. I remember when this set came out because it was a lot of fun to open. It was our first real big opening when it came to like broadcasting on Twitch and doing content on Twitch and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. I remember pulling the gold Ultra Ball and having a lot of fun kind of creating box break videos against other content creators. Super enjoyable. But not a whole lot of movement when it comes to Sun and Moon base because it has been reprinted a lot. There has been a lot of booster packs that have kind of hit the market from both a booster box form and then other things like Elite Trainer boxes. We had that random reprint or restock, or it just kind of showed up out of nowhere several months ago, where Elite Trainer boxes of Sun and Moon just kind of hit the market, right? And kind of caused that portion of Sun and Moon to kind of really fall down. But booster packs have not really recovered. They've kind of stayed relatively cheap. So we've got a $3.61 low point that kind of happened not only at the beginning of November, but also again at the end of, or October, but also again at the end of December, where it hit that low point. It's really been going up and down ever since then, but not a whole lot of margin there. It's only sitting at $4.25 right now. Its high point over the last 3 months is just $4.79. Moving on to Burning Shadows. Obviously, a lot of people like Charizard hunting. Burning Shadows has been moving in that upward trajectory, so it's very interesting to kind of watch this, and we'll see how it kind of responds, because this is a set that hasn't been reprinted a ton. We've seen a lot of Elite Trainer boxes on the market. We've seen those pop up at random times in Target and different 3-pack blisters and things like that, but we haven't seen a lot of booster boxes get reprinted. But that's because there was so much of this set to be printed at the beginning. Guardians Rising, Burning Shadows, Sun and Moon, Evolutions, those sets were produced huge numbers because Pokemon Go, because of the craze that was going on, so they were very overprinted. But still, $6.21 is your low over the past 9 months or so. We hit that at the beginning of August. It's bounced up quite a bit. Right now it's sitting at $8.79, not too far off of its 9-month high or so, which is $9.09, and that hit that at the end of December. If we look at Guardians Rising is a little bit interesting because even though there wasn't a reprint, there has been a lot of booster packs that have kind of hit the market. There was launch kits that kind of got redistributed and found and pushed out and restocked, things like that. But then we also had Guardians Rising booster packs in those in wave 1 of those Empoleon and Tyranitar tins. So there was a lot of them that kind of hit the market, but it seems like it's responded extremely well because it's at pretty much right around its 9-month high. So it's sitting at $7.77 currently. Its high point, which it hit about a month ago, $7.15. But its low point, $5.16. It hit right at the beginning of August, beginning of September, somewhere around there. And then it's done a really good job of kind of consistently climbing ever since then. If we look at Crimson Invasion, this is one of the sets that really hasn't really gained a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot of excitement in the set. There was a lot of talk during that time about Pokemon crashing, Pokemon market going down, because so many people were starting to get out of the game, and Crimson Invasion just wasn't a whole lot of excitement for a lot of people. There was not a whole lot of cards in there that people were desiring, so it kind of fell down. $3.46 is its low point, which it hit at the beginning of December. Its high point to $5.12. It actually hit in June of last year, so a lot unlike these other booster packs where its high point was 9 months ago, and hasn't been able to rebound to get back to that. It's sitting at $4.26 right now, kind of in between its high and its low. If we look at Ultra Prism, a very interesting set, a very fun set to kind of analyze because it was so short printed. It went out of stock, out of print opening weekend, and then you couldn't get it anymore. And then all of a sudden, a year ago, they decided they were going to reprint it, and they put a limited availability out there, but at the same time they were still adding random elite trainer boxes, and they were making these repacks and a lot of things like that. So a lot of those started showing up in big box retailers, adding booster packs to the market. If we look at the market, you're looking at $9.07 as a low. It hit that 9-month low really at the beginning of December. Its high point of $13.19 it hit in July. It's starting to rebound pretty nicely. It's closer to its high than it is its low, sitting at $11.83 right now. If we look at Forbidden Light, kind of on a downward trajectory right now, which is a little bit interesting, but $10.15 is where it's currently sitting. Not a whole lot of space, so this set has stayed fairly consistent over the past year and a half. In June, it had its low point, its 9-month low point at $9.58. $11.57 was its high point, which it hit at the beginning of January. Since then, it has died off a little bit. It lost about $1.30, somewhere in that area. Now it's sitting at $10.15. If we look at Celestial Storm, a lot of fun set to open. You get that Rayquaza. You got some interesting cards that a lot of people really like. $8.91 is its low point, which it hit kind of at the beginning of September. And then it's rebounded really nicely. It's kind of stayed fairly consistent too. It hit its high point of $13.79 back in the middle of February, and now it's kind of died down just a little bit. It's lost about 80 cents or so. It's sitting at $12.93, but there hasn't been any reprints, and there hasn't been any new booster pack showing up or anything like that, so it's rested fairly comfortably. Lost Thunder has not lost as much of its luster as I thought it was going to. $9.89, which is its current low point. I thought it was actually going to come down closer to that $7 mark. Its high point over the last 9 months or so is $11.11, which it hit back in September, but now all of a sudden we had booster boxes kind of show up, we had build and battle kits kind of show up, adding a lot of booster packs to the market, and overall it hasn't dropped as much as I thought it was. A lot of those build and battle kits people were kind of selling right around MSRP, right around $25, $30, not too much, where you could buy booster packs then of Lost Thunder for roughly $7 a piece. So it's interesting to see it hasn't fallen that much. But that, I think, is because Lost Thunder is a fan favorite set. A lot of people really enjoy the card art in there. A lot of people enjoy chasing Lugia. Lots of really cool cards in there. So I think people are willing to pay a little bit extra to try and pull some of those really cool cards. Team Up is a set that has done tremendously well. Never got reprinted. Lots of love for this set. You have really cool alternate arts in this set. This is when the alternate arts really started coming out. You have that Gengar and Mimikyu, which a lot of people love. And then obviously, of course, that Latios and Latias alternate art that people are chasing. Super, super cool card. 1553 is its low point, which it hit in September. It's done nothing but climb since then, as you can see. It's sitting at $20.40 right now. That is its 9-month high. Really, really cool set, but getting very expensive. If we look at Unbroken Bonds, another set that kind of got reprinted quite a bit. There was a reprint of booster boxes that happened about a year and a half ago, kind of messing with the booster pack prices, but also, just like Ultra Prism, it had those repacks. It had those repacks that started showing up at Walmart, at different big box stores, kind of brought the booster pack price down a little bit, but as you can tell, overall, it's still performing really well. $9.70 was its low point, which it hit back in June, and it's done nothing but climb since then. Now it's sitting at a 9-month high, $13.14. Not too surprising, because obviously people like Charizard hunting, they like chasing for that Charizard, but $13.14 for a set that's been printed as much as it has, very, very cool to see. Unified Minds, another one of those sets that's just been printed a lot, printed to oblivion. If we look at Unified Minds, $10.53 is its current market price. $8.96 was its low price, so not too much of a difference there. It hit $8.96 kind of in August back there. Stayed fairly consistent. Again, lots of repacks and things like that. That also had a reprint of booster boxes, albeit fairly small, and then it's climbed ever since then. So it's at $10.53 right now. That is its 9-month high. The last set that we're going to look at is Cosmic Eclipse. Very, very interesting set to look at. $15.72 as its high point. Its low point is $10.30. This is another set that, while it didn't get a booster box reprint, and I'm sorry that my booster pack picture isn't showing up. Whenever I do stuff in Excel and convert it over to a Google Sheet, for some reason this middle row just doesn't save properly, and it's just really grinds my gears. $10.35 is its current market price, which actually isn't too bad. It is its low price, sitting at its low price, just above its low price right now. But we had some pretty giant waves of those Pokeball tins that came out at the beginning of December, which all included Vivid Voltage, Rebel Clash, and Cosmic Eclipse. So there was a lot more Cosmic Eclipse that hit the market recently, which is why it's kind of tapered off and now stayed fairly consistent after that. If we look at the specialty sets, Dragon Majesty, obviously, very, very interesting to see because this set is selling for so much. Outside of the Ultra Necrozma in that set, not a whole lot of super expensive cards. You have Zinnia, you have that Gold Fiery Flame, but other than that, there's not a whole lot in that set. You obviously have Charizard, the Hollow Charizard that's in there, but $39.58 is its 9-month high, which it hit kind of at the beginning of December. Its low point, $29.30. This also was susceptible to a reprint. You saw a lot of these kind of showing up at CVS, Walgreens, and some of those repacks, so a lot of people kind of hit the market with those, but it hasn't done too much. It's still relatively expensive, sitting at $30.08 at the current market price. It's just off of its 9-month low, which is $29.30, which it hit kind of at the beginning of February. Finally, the last one drives everybody crazy. Hidden Fates, $16.78. It's really actually stayed pretty consistent as far as pricing goes per pack. $15.80 is its current market price. $16.78 is its high point, which it kind of hit last month in February, but also hit in September of last year. We haven't had a full reprint of Hidden Fates for over a year now, but it did hit the market really hard, and it hit the market at a time where a lot of people were kind of prepping, right? A lot of people were kind of storing stuff away. Something a lot of people kind of saw booster packs as an option, to break out of Elite Trainer boxes, to break out of tins, things like that. If they could sell, their booster packs for $16 a piece, and I think that's the route a lot of people kind of took. $13.72 was its low point, which it hit in the beginning of June last year, end of June last year, and I think it was a little bit lower than that prior to June because it was coming right off that reprint that we saw. But still, overall, a lot of these booster packs, a lot of people are getting into that sealed collector mindset where they really want to get art sets of things. They can't necessarily afford a booster box, an entire booster box of something, so they're focusing a lot on art sets. Very interesting to see how these booster packs continue to carry over. We're not going to do anything with Sword and Shield currently because all of those sets are basically in print still. You still pull Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash booster packs out of a lot of different collection boxes. Obviously, we've had massive reprints of Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, and all the other sets, so I'm not going to do too much data on those booster packs, but I really wanted to kind of go over a lot of these Sun and Moon and XY because they still move very quickly. There's still a lot of sales data on it, which is very interesting because people continue to focus their pricing on some of these more inexpensive options to still kind of have something to open that maybe they didn't get to open too much of in the past because they got into Pokemon and the hobby a little bit later. So I wanted to provide that data. Hopefully you find it interesting. If you do, please hit that like button down below and leave a comment because it goes a long way for the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate you guys. I will see you soon. Peace.